Teacher,
Yes, what did we do the last class?
in the last class, we were talking about the homework, and you were how to do it with one example.
Exactly. We were reviewing how to make a proposal. How to make a proposal. And as you remember, the proposal is divided in three parts. The first part is the introduction. What do you do in the introduction of the proposal? What do you do in the introduction of the proposal? Do you remember? What do you do in the introduction of the proposal? Remember that in the introduction, we mentioned the objective. Yes, we present ourselves, we say the objective, and we divide in different steps. We divide in different steps the content of the body of the proposal. Then, in the body of the proposal, there are some connectors that we can use. Do you remember the connectors? What connectors could we use in that part?
Which part, teacher?
In the body. Because we say in the introduction, we present ourselves and we say, for example, the different topic that we are going to touch in the proposal. Now, in the body, when we are uh, when we are developing the different topic, we use some connectors. Do you remember the connectors? Connectors to connect ideas.
Like, for example, first,
First, exactly. First, very good. What other?
then,
Then,
or secondly,
secondly, mhm. Thirdly,
Then,
then, exactly.
and finally.
Finally, yes. And after that, after,
Okay.
in conclusion también.
in conclusion, also, in conclusion, to sum up and so forth. Okay, there is one group that sent the proposal. I want to share with the class the work of that group that they already sent the proposal. Check the proposal and then we are going to comment it. What do you see? If they did the introduction correct, if they develop the different topic correct, and if they made the closure correctly. Okay, we are going to share this one. So pay attention. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay, I got it here.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have gathered you here because all sales have decreased by 40% in recent months. And I would like to hear what proposals you have. How will we make sales much more effective?
Complying with that product promise. If the product says that is 10% of the air and 90% the food if they complete with the two details. My partner Chris and me have a more proposal. It's mean to increase sales as much as possible. If you allows.
Sure.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll go to present you with some proposal to increase our sales. First, Chris, we will talk to the about two first proposal, and they are very important, and we must consider it. Then I will talk about two other two proposal. Then we'll show some example of what we can to achieve. And in the end, we will answer any question you have. If you have other suggestion, please don't hesitate to comment. Now I leave you with my partner Chris, who will presenting the first possible.
Uh, feel feels we will start with the first proposal and on of the most common. This will be to improve the design of the product. All proposal will be to make the product more attractive that when the consumer says the product they are interested in buying it. Uh, for example, proportion number one, this will be to improve the design of the product and quality control will by at the attribute by variables. Proposal number two. The second proposal will be to make will be to keep it a stable price that is we cannot have our product at a very high price, but not very low, but a price that customer feels comfortable. Then in the factory, the work increase it be a little. Uh, the second proposal will be to keep it a stable price.
Now we say that the possible will be to sell the products in various places on the city. Uh, that is this to have our products in several stores, not focus in one. So later we can take on products to the other cities. And to finish, the fourth possible will be enable online sales. This will facilitate many things both for both for use and for the customer. Customer will not have to go to a store to buy our products, but they can do a front to comfort a critical comfort of their households. So they will only have to wait for the products to arrive and go to pick up. Or how we can see you in the presentation.
Thank, uh, Thanks you very much for listening to our ideas. I, if you have any question, do not he he's hesitate to comment.
Expanding our products so it will be easier for customers to obtain. I like sales proposals, but how would we do that?
It's easy. You will hire a web designer and specific how do you want the page. The rest she does.
But to make sure proposals work, should we do? What do you have to mind?
And we should launch some product in some site to say if sales increasing and taking into account the proposal.
I agree.
Those proposals are not bad at all, but how would we make more attractive?
Adding more, David color being original, giving life live to the product, book no overlapping it either.
Thank you very much for listening.
Okay. So according to that work and according to what we said before, what is your opinion about the work? How do you see that work? What is your idea? How do you see it? How do you see the work? Does the work, does the task fulfill all the tips, all uh, all the requirement for a presentation of a proposal? Do you think is correct? Why? What do you see? Oh, Haniel say is excellent in that they deserve 10 extra point for that. Okay. I think the work is excellent. If you could appreciate in the introduction, he greet the public, the audience. He say, "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, my name is, and I will be talking about a proposal. Uh, could you identify what was the reason for the proposal? Could anyone in the classroom identify what was the reason for the proposal? The reason. Why was it? Okay, if no one could understand what was the reason, one of the participants could explain that question. The main reason for the proposal, what was? Daniel or Kevin or Chris Alberto. Chris Alberto is not here today. One of you could say what was the reason of the proposal.
Because our sales have decreased algo así, teacher.
Yes, yes.
Be the
Yes, that had
40 be 40% in the recent months.
exactly. You see, the company has a decrease in the sale, and now the proposal was to increase the sale. They made a meeting to present a proposal about how they could increase the sale. And I think they did correctly. One of the things that I want to correct is some mistake in pronunciation, but not very important. Like for example, first, hesitate. When you say, for example, if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask your question. And also I could see that one of the slides was in Spanish. So be careful. If you are making a presentation in English, you have to be careful that all the slide that you present in the PowerPoint presentation are in English. Okay, but the work was excellent. I gave this group 30 points of 30 for that work because the work was complete.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I would like to know, I would like to know, how are you doing, the other student, how are you doing with your work? I need to receive that work for today in order to present the other group in the next class. Do you have any question about the task or any observation? Okay, so if you don't have, thinking about the presentation that they did, could you say the three parts of the proposal? Who can say the three parts of the proposal? Naomi, Emil, Christy, Sandy.
The introduction, the body,
Introduction,
and
body,
the conclusion.
and the conclusion. Conclusion or closing. That's correct. And in the introduction, what do you do in the introduction? In the introduction? What do you do in the introduction? Naomi, Emil, Christy, Sandy, Jody, tell me. What do you do, Luis Angel? What do you do in the introduction? In the introduction of your work? What do you do?
Teacher, sería good morning, people. My name is Emmanuel Mejía Jimenez. In they about the solution in the basins of the COVID. Algo así más o menos.
Exactly, that's correct. That's correct. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Today, I'm going to talk about a proposal about, you say the fighting in the school, fighting. That what you say, fighting in the school. So your proposal is about how to reduce the fight in the school. Okay, it's a beautiful topic. I think it's a beautiful topic. Then remember, in the body, what connector can you use to organize your idea? Tell me people. Naomi, Emil, Christy, Sandy, Jody, Luis Angel.
Can you repeat the question, teacher?
In the body, what connector do we need to use to organize our idea, to present the detail? What connectors? As you could see in the proposal that the group of Kevin, Haniel, and Chris Alberto presented, in that group, could you see the connectors that they used when they were presenting? Could you see the connectors? Like, for example, first, secondly, then, after that, later,
Dear
exactly, to finish, in conclusion, to sum up.
conclude.
Exactly, Sandy. In conclusion, So those are the connectors. And at the end, in the closure, in the conclusion, you sum up, or make a summary of the presentation and ask your audience to ask you some question about the presentation. If there are any question or any support in that moment, you can do it. Okay, what group are we going to present in the next class? I would like to know who are going to be the brave people that are going to present the next class. Naomi, are you ready for the next class? Naomi, are you there? Are you there, Naomi? Hello?
Hey,
Are you ready for the next class?
yes, yes.
Oh, I hope. I hope. Okay. Well, if you have any question about the work, don't hesitate to write to me about it. Don't hesitate to write to me about it in order for that. So remember, you have a written exam about e-commerce. The exam is about e-commerce and is Monday, next Monday at 10 a.m. You have a virtual test next Monday at 10 a.m. So be ready for that. Well,
At what time, teacher?
we say 10 a.m.
Okay.
I'm going to open the exam at 10 a.m. until 11. Until 10 a.m. until 11. Okay, do you have any question? Well,
No, it's no question.
if you don't have any questions, so we are